I feel like the moment that I started listening to my gut, right? So that I went with my intuition and I let go of things that were no longer serving me, I felt like my path cleared. And I think that goes literally with what you said. You have to realize it. Like all these things can be happening to you, but until you see that pattern, you don't really know to let go. But like the biggest thing is let go of things that are no longer serving you.
Yeah.
No matter how hard. Sometimes they're easy.
Hey. Welcome back to Two Little Wine Podcast with Ashley
and Jara. Cheers. Oh, on today's episode of Two Little Wine, we are drinking Poppy. Oh, there's some hair on it. Whatever. Cherry limeade prebiotic soda.
Oh yeah.
She's nice. 5 grams of sugar. Prebiotic. Do it up.
Yeah.
We're taking a break on wine if you haven't been watching, just to get our health on the right track. Yeah.
How are you? What's up?
I'm doing good. I'm sweating right now. Like, it's actually really hot and it's usually so cold in here.
Yeah.
Today, actually, when we pulled up today, I was like, we didn't even coordinate. We were both wearing shorts.
Yes.
It's summer.
We're gonna show our legs in a pod.
Ooh. Anyways, if you see some hair, mind your business. I've been doing good. No, I've been doing so good. I feel like because we're going on vacation, family trip.
I was actually thinking about this last year. Y'all helped us bully our family into a vacation.
Yo, for real.
That we're having a whole reunion this year, so that's great.
All of us. Yo, I'm amped. But I think that like having the vacation like set is something to look forward to. Yeah. It just like makes me more motivated to like hit my goals for like everyday life that, you know, I have set. So I've been in a really good mood. It's been hot. A little, maybe I'm not even gonna say too hot. No, I'm not even gonna say too hot. It's been nice.
It's been very nice.
It's been nice. I'm enjoying it. How are you?
Good. I've been really good. Same. Enjoying the nice weather. I feel like being able to just get in my mind of like, okay, set these goals for the day and then you can enjoy it. And I feel like my day has been so long. Yeah. Like yesterday I was like, yo, I lived like 3 lives today.
I fucking love it.
And it was great.
Yeah. And you could like squeeze in a little nap if you wanted to and live another, like today.
That's a fourth life.
What? I was like, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Miss ma'am. Yeah, it feels good. It feels good. I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
Yeah. This was, I've told you before, but I haven't told the pod. That this is my first summer not working. Yeah.
Congratulations.
So really nice. Thank you.
I love this for you.
Thank you.
I feel like you're a workaholic and you need some time to just like, if you know Ashley, like she's super like, the calendar is full. Like you always have something to do. So at least now you don't have work. Yeah. So you can just focus on everything else.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited for you.
It's been nice. At first I was like a little stressed about it just because I think
you're used to the routine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think also just having this idea of like there is money that you can make and like available if you work, like you can whatever, and then to turn it down just feels kind of like
it feels wrong.
Yeah, it feels wrong, but
it's
great.
Okay.
It's fine. Yeah,
you're surviving and thriving.
Yeah,
like I love that for you.
Oh. Yeah, I mean great.
What are we gonna talk about today?
You're so funny because you're saying it like you don't know.
I come prepared.
Yeah.
To put on a show.
Today we are going to share things that we have learned, life lessons. You could take it as advice that we would pass on to somebody else.
Mine, I realize mine are like bullet points but it's from my recent years of life that I'm like, yeah, this really changed things for me. Yeah. I could have been doing this a long time ago and actually acting on it that I feel better about life.
Yeah. Yes. Because I think sometimes like when you're learning something, it doesn't just take one lesson, you know? Sometimes you just gotta. Yeah. Which I'm gonna jump right in because that is one of my things that I have learned. You will be in the same situation until you learn the lesson you're supposed to learn. Or like you'll find yourself running into the same types of relationships, or whether that's romantic, friendship, in a work environment, until you learn the lesson that you're meant to learn.
But how do you know that you learned the lesson?
You don't. I think that you
just have to realize that it's again, like it's repeating.
Yeah. And I think, no, let me rewind.
Okay.
Because I think you know, because when you listen to yourself, when you listen to your gut, when you trust yourself, then you know, then you start moving into the right direction, right? Of like, okay, I'm trusting myself. So now I know that I need to like speak up, or that this friendship is not good for me, right? So I'm gonna, whatever, I'm gonna walk away. When you learn to do those things, then it won't keep happening in the same way because you learned it. And when it presents itself, you're not like so far deep.
So I almost wrote, no, I 100% know what you're talking about, because I'm like, I literally said gems, because I almost wrote, listen to your gut. Whenever I have doubted myself, that's when like there was the anxiety or the repetition. But as soon as I'm like, fuck it, my gut says this, go with my gut, as uncomfortable as it is in that moment, things like, it's almost like the path clears up. Like the cloudy path, just like the sun comes out and shining after the storm. Yeah. But like, yes, 100%.
Just makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. One that goes with that I wrote down was just let go. I feel like the moment that I started listening to my gut, right? So that I went with my intuition and I let go of things that were no longer serving me, I felt like my path cleared. And I think that goes literally with what you said. You have to realize it. Like all these things can be happening to you, but until you see that pattern, you don't really know to let go. But like the biggest thing is let go of things that are no longer serving you.
Yeah.
No matter how hard. Sometimes they're easy.
Yeah.
But like most of the time they're hard.
I think sometimes it's easy, but we psych ourselves out.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Like, because we're like, well, then what? It's like the image of when it's like you have like an old teddy bear and it's like, I want like your plan or whatever, and then like God's plan.
In God's plan.
It's like a bigger one or something like that. Yeah.
I feel like I saw like we talked about this on the podcast before, but for me, like the biggest moments where like they're very like the very bright and loud are like career changes for me. Like when it's no longer serving me, like where I'm fucking miserable, that's when I learn to let go. But just like in everyday aspects as well, it's like, all right, let go and move forward. And whether it's like being angry with someone or like holding resentment or just things like that too, just let it go. It's not gonna, I feel like when what's that thing, there's a word for it, it'll pop it back into my head when we're talking. I'm like a Maya papaya right now. I don't want to use the wrong word and get like laughed at.
No, girl.
It'll come back to me. There's a specific word.
Yeah.
It's not resentment. It's something else, but it's a feeling that you have. You know, like forgive and forget.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's like forgive and let go. There was a word that I wanted to say, but whatever. We'll get back to that. It'll come back.
Yeah. The other thing that reminds me, like close to, kind of like in the same path, is life happens for you, not to you. I think that goes with just like getting out of a victim mindset of like everything is always happening to me, like this is so terrible, but just thinking about like things happen for your good. That when I was like thinking about it, I'm like, dang, that's really hard to say. Like when you think about like going through trauma, when you think about like losing people, like death, like these really horrible things. But in the grand scheme of things, right? Like when you really get to zoom out and like after, you'll be able to see like, okay, both coexist. Yeah. Right? Like this pain and this like, I don't want to say appreciation, but like this pain and this difficult time, and also knowing like there's a higher purpose. There's something that I'm not understanding right now in this moment. Yeah. And although that is a really hard, it's something that I always like remind myself of like,
I think that one is so hard. It's so hard to be like, damn, I hate this about what's going on. Like, why is this happening to me, or what? To flip that, to be like, no, it's not. Like, it's happening for good. Like, try
there will be a silver lining here. There will be eventually. You might never even actually see it, like, I don't want to say like in this lifetime, but like you might not see it until after.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think too, like, living in a victim mindset, like, just for your own good, it's very negative. Like, and then you become, like, we are energy sources, and the more negative energy you have, you just, like, that just, it's not any good at all. Yeah. And you start digging yourself deeper into whatever hole you're at. Like, you can choose to see it a different way.
Yeah.
As hard as it is.
Yes. Because it's not easy to like accept, like accept basically like your fuck ups, or like, I don't know, like just to accept your part, like your piece, to own your role in things. You know what I mean? Like, and
to be able to like be the person that takes yourself out of it and like moves forward. Yeah. Instead of back. Yeah. Things are happening not to you, but for you.
Yeah. That's something I heard that from someone years ago. I want to say like I was in college, or like right after college. And I loved the way it sounded when she said it, but I didn't really get it. Yeah. Until like, as I started to get older, I'm like, okay, like life happens, things happen for your good, you know? Yeah.
I love that. I'm going to write that down. I like that. One of my things that kind of goes with that is to just write your goals down. Like, put them on paper, put them in a picture in front of you, like your favorite quotes, like things that uplift you. I think that in my life in recent years, I've always done a vision board, which we do like vision board parties now, with Ashley and my cousins. And I feel like when I know that like my goal is there, it's almost like I'm setting it in stone. Like, I know it's there, I see it, whether it doesn't have to be every day, but like it's out there in the world. So now it has to happen, and it will happen, right? I think that's powerful, because again, energy. What you pour your energy into, I truly believe you will receive it some way, somehow, at some point. I think that's been very big in how my life has moved forward. Is just writing my goals down, and again, having that visual representation of my goals.
Yeah, just like that constant reminder of like, hey, remember, like, don't forget. I think it's easy to forget when you get caught up in like a day-to-day of like what you're working towards in the grand big grand scheme.
And it's easy. I think for me too, the biggest thing is easy. I'm a worrier. Like, I worry a lot about the things that I'm doing, if I am doing them correctly, if I am fulfilling what I want, like what I truly want. Like, I question myself a lot. I question the world a lot. And I feel like when I write things down that I hope to have, it's like a reminder that no matter what's happening in this moment, I'm gonna get there.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's powerful.
Yeah. That's super inspiring to me. Okay, we're a little bit out of order.
Not the order. I'm just jumping around.
No, I'm jumping around, but then I feel like I say out of order because I don't want to. I'm like, which one is the next? Like, what's one I didn't talk about? Instagram is a liar.
100%.
That is.
Say your foot up in the back.
I think that being 31 and like seeing other people my age, like what they're doing, what they're not doing, whatever, I have really just had to like learn, even in myself, because I feel like we've talked about this before, where I feel like people see one thing of me and they like have a lot of assumptions about, me being this way or that way. And then like sitting back and realizing, actually, like, sit down and think, like, who are you? Yeah. And like, not to say that you have to put everything out there on social media, but I just think it just is a reminder of like, okay, you see what you like to post, and this is just like on a very minuscule level, right? You see what you show, what you portray to people. Everyone else does the same thing too.
It's a little snippet. Yeah, it's a little snippet that looks perfect. Like this perfect world. Yeah,
yes. Yeah. And that's why even like with, when I see people in relationships and then they break up and people are like, oh my God, I don't believe in love anymore. Or like, how dare, like, no way, I would have never imagined it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I probably would have never imagined it. But also, I'm just not surprised because things happen. Everyone, like, what happens in between people, friendships, relationships, whatever, jobs, you don't ever see the whole thing. You never see the full picture. So just like not comparing and not like getting stuck in like a rut because of that.
And I think that at least for us, it's a little bit easier because when we were growing up, like we had MySpace and like Facebook just started, but like we weren't like heavily on social media. So I think that it's easier for our generation to disconnect. But I do see where like comparison is a thief of joy in a lot of people's lives, where they're just like, wow, everybody around me is doing this and that or whatever on social media, and they think that that's what life should be, or that it's glitz and glamour, and it's really not. And like people are real and they go through things, and you're like stealing from yourself, like you're robbing yourself from like comparing yourself. It's funny that you say that because I haven't had my personal Instagram in over a year now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I deactivated it last June just because I was completely stressed out with my entire life. So many changes happened, and I couldn't, like, I just felt like I online in my social media portrayed myself one way, and even though like it was very just cutesy, right? And like, so people that followed me would think I'm one way, and I just didn't like that. Like I'm not this person. Like I remember when I ran into like one of Jolly's friends. Jolly's my sister, my little sister. She was like, I thought you were like a social media influencer, like a travel influencer. I was like, girl, I wish. I'd be stressed the fuck out. I just post whatever I want to post.
Yeah.
But it has been like sigh of relief. I am on TikTok and I am like watching all these reality TV shows, but like it's nice to like not have that constant comparison, because I had people, I had like everybody from elementary school, middle school, high school, like everybody. I don't know. It was just like a distraction for me.
Yeah.
I feel like, Instagram's a liar.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
One of the things that we kind of mentioned was like, I wrote talk yourself up, never down. This has been like so big in my life, again, recent years, because of my business and because of like me counting on me to support me, right? And like doing all of those things. I always speak in the positive. I always speak in like, I am making this, I am doing this, this is happening to me, always in the positive and in the almost like the future, like it's already happening. And I no longer speak down to myself, like when it comes to my health. Like right now I'm on a health journey, right? I no longer am like, you're fucking fat, like to myself, which words that I have said to myself, I no longer do that. Like I speak in the positive, like you're healthy, you're getting better, you're getting healthier, you're getting better at working out. Like I speak myself up, I don't speak myself down, because I know that I am a person in friendships and relationships. I do that for everybody. That's how I am as a person. I am an optimist. I'm like the positive for everybody, so I need to be the positive for me too. So I think that has been big.
Yes. So important. Okay, this one is a hard one, and honestly I think that I still struggle with it. It's something that I know, but I still struggle with it a little bit, because I'm just like, but why? Okay, let me get to it.
Go.
Just like the consideration that you give to others, they will not necessarily always give it back to you. So consideration is a really big thing for me that I feel like especially in like the last few years, I just think like that is one of the most important qualities, like if you are to be a considerate person, that I want like in a partner, in my friends and stuff like that,
and the people around you and the people you interact with.
But not everyone is there, and like that's also okay. But I've had to really like learn of like, don't disappoint yourself, just be you, and let other people be how they are, and then you can decide how much or how little you want to interact or accept that in your life.
I feel like that's definitely hard. It's
So
definitely because
hard.
you can be in that way. You can be easily let down because you know how considerate you are. You know how good you are to people, and it's like, damn, you expect that too. Because what the fuck? But when they don't reciprocate that, it's easy to be let down in that way. But people are people.
And I think like it's very easy to say like, well, you don't have to be around people who you think are inconsiderate, but also like and I'll say like there's a lot of people that I love that I feel like, dang, I think they're just a little bit inconsiderate, or like they're not as, I wouldn't say that they're as considerate as me or whatever. And that doesn't mean I don't like them.
Yeah, that doesn't make them a bad person.
Right.
Maybe there's some growth that they need to, like, some things that need to change for them. Yeah.
Right? And being okay with that. Like, just because you think something is, you know, the right way, or your standard, your golden rule, doesn't mean it's going to be for everybody else. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Just let people be
who they are.
But I will say that's something that I know, but putting it into practice, I often need reminders, and I have to constantly like talk to myself about it.
Now I have a question.
Yeah.
In these situations where you're like the people are being, how like you perceive them to be inconsiderate, do you tell them?
Sometimes I tell them. Sometimes I don't think it's the moment to say it.
Would you tell them like after, if like if it wasn't in that moment?
It depends.
I feel like you should. I feel like you shouldn't hold it in. Because if you genuinely feel like someone's being inconsiderate to you, because that's your perception, right? Your perception is your reality. Maybe they don't see that. Maybe they do. So like then that's a conversation to have, because then you can like not eliminate people, but you know what I mean? Like have a better like space and like holding true to who you are at the same time.
Yeah, that's a lesson for another day. I just think sometimes it feels like, for me, I'm like, okay, now I don't want to say like it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's fair to like, I think that we have connections and relationships with people to like help people, we can help each other grow. And I think in not saying certain things sometimes, it's like can be stunting their growth maybe. I see what you're saying. But I also feel like sometimes I am not in a place to like say things, like I'm in a heat of a moment too, like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's so maybe after, I don't know.
Yeah, you should work on that. Let me know.
Start on little things.
I feel like, so this is actually a thing. When we hold in our words, we get tension in our like bodies, specifically our faces, and like we hold it in our jaw, and it can like disrupt like just our flow of like thinking and being. So just let it out. And maybe you don't say it to the person, but maybe you like write it down, or like you just let it out.
Yeah.
Let's see. We did 5 and 5.
Yeah.
I put invest in yourself. So that has been big for me, like making sure that like I am the priority, like I'm the main character in my life, and I'm thinking ahead. So a big thing like financially, right? Investing in my future versus the now. And I think that when I was younger, I always invested. I didn't invest in the future. I just had fun in the now. And financially, like you see that now in going into your 30s than you did in your 20s. So that's like a lesson that I feel like I learned later, but whatever. I had a fun time. But invest for the future, invest in yourself, take the classes, do the work. And I'm not even just talking about like for like actual work. I'm talking about life. Like do the yoga classes if that's your thing. Like do the gym classes, do like invest in your health and well-being. Go to therapy. Like do the work and invest in yourself at whatever capacity that is for you, because you're only gonna like that's only gonna be more beneficial to you later. Yeah. Kind of easy, but like
no, it's I feel like it's something that feels easy to think, but like putting it into practice, and then like when time goes by, it's like, oh, the time went by, so either you did it or you didn't. You know, so yeah. My last one is gratitude will change your life. I think that
gratitude
Ratatouille. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking about. But no, like, sorry, I have to adjust.
I'm hot and sweaty, and we just keep moving, and I'm like, yeah, me too.
No, but um, the gratitude will change your life. Like, when you think about just our privilege, what we have, what we're able to do, yeah, just changing
Just
that
being-
mindset, being
being
grateful.
for the little things.
The
I like that.
again, somebody I saw somewhere that was like, change your vocabulary from I have to go to work to I get to go to work today.
Yeah.
And even that like little thing just changes that like dread.
Yeah.
You know?
Words are powerful.
Yes.
That's why you always talk to yourself up, and yes, be grateful.
Yeah.
You don't want to sit in that like solemnness.
Yeah. Someone told me too, like, I don't know where they got this from, but it was definitely a reference to something of like, leave your slippers under your bed. So like kick your slippers under your bed. So every morning you have to get on your knees to get them out. And while you're down there, just give thanks.
Oh.
And
I like that. I just had a visual of that.
yeah, just like that little thing of just like how many times do we don't like take the moment to just sit in gratitude and being grateful. I think it just changes your perspective. It changes things from being negative to like positive of like, okay, yeah.
I'm gonna start doing that. I like that. Just being grateful. Just being thankful.
Yeah.
Because shit could be worse.
100%. Like,
oh yeah, this world is crazy.
We are here on borrowed time. Everything that we have is a gift, and God has blessed us with it. So
let's do it. Let's practice that. I love that. All right, my last one is this is like that was so good. Like that flow. This one's not on the flow. This one is don't reward bad behavior. So I will say my typical like young self is an enabler. Like I enable my friends, I enable myself. I'm like, you could do that. It's okay. Like even if I'm not being the best human, whether it's to my health, well-being, or relationship, like I'd be like, no, it's okay. Like you're fine. You could still have this cookie. Like, and that's just a small. That's example, like a small example. But like I have found now that I used to do that a lot, and I'm like, this I'm still working on. But I'm just trying to like be strict with myself, and if I say I'm gonna be this type of person that I really, really want to be, I need to move that way, and I need to not reward the bad things that, to me, the quote unquote bad things. Basically the things that don't reflect with the person I want to be. Yeah. 100%. Like don't reward the bad behavior. Don't enable yourself, guys. Like or like try to work on it.
So that reminds me of is like everything being like, well, you deserve it. You deserve it.
Yeah.
So that whole meme that's like, you deserve it, says me, a person who has never denied myself of anything. Literally. Like we need to have a little bit of discipline.
Yeah. And I love when I am disciplined and I am moving the way that I said I was, and I am doing the things, and I'm just happier. I'm just a happier human.
Yeah.
So stop being bad, Jara. Stop rewarding bad behavior. But I feel like I'm doing better. I'm doing good.
Yeah. No, I mean, you are. It sounds like you have kind of like had a shift where you're like, okay, these are goals, almost like a reset of like, because we go through ebbs and flows too, right? Like 100%. Things are not perfect all the time, but if you can show up as your best self, whatever that looks like for you, whatever you want that to be 90% of the time, and make that like your your baseline, right? Once that becomes your baseline, then you'll level up to something else.
Exactly. Ooh, I love that. Yeah. I love that.
Ooh,
I keep clicking. It's clinking. Are you clocking? What is the Justin Bieber thing? I don't think you understand.
Yeah.
That was a good combo. I love that. I thought going into this, when we first said that we were gonna do like 5 things that we learned or whatever, I was like, damn, what have I learned? Like I always do that. I always doubt myself, but I'm like, nah, I learned mad shit in the last couple of years that really like changed me.
I'm not gonna lie, I was stuck on like 3 for mad long,
Yeah.
and then I was like, okay, let me sit and like
Yeah.
reflect,
Yeah.
and that was also nice. Like just the
Mhm.
reflection for myself,
Mhm.
was nice to do.
I love this for us.
Yes.
Look at us glowing.
Drop your like life lessons, your gems, things that you're learning, whether you learned it the hard way or the easy way. That's another one. I don't think that, like, if you went through something hard, I could learn from it. I don't have to go through it.
100%. This is why I love reality TV. Like, I can learn from other people. I don't need to do that. I'm being so serious.
So let us know. We can learn from each other. Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Two Little Wine Podcast. We will be posting more soon. Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.